Hi, folks. How are you? I'm going to pull me up here. So I can see comments and all of the, whoops, cancel. Don't be reporting technical problems. I'm not having a technical problem. Other than my finger doesn't want to fit in that little hole between the holder and where I have to click. It's the holder is in the way. And so I have to get it in that little area there and push the button. Hey Dee, hey Cindy, how you doing today? How are my friends? Good to see you here. I'm thinking about you and I got you in my prayers. So, how is everybody? I'm gonna let some folks hop on. Oh, I'm glad you're doing good, Dee. So we're gonna work on these ornaments, but I gotta fix an issue because I don't like it. So I don't know what I was thinking yesterday. My brain wasn't working, obviously, because some days I have those days where my brain just doesn't want to compute, And I put red on the back of this, which is fine, except for the fact I don't like the fact that you can see the red through. See that? Now, because we put white under that on the back of our decoupage paper, it's not coming through, but where we didn't, even though we had white down, we had a thin layer of white down and you can see the red through. So we're going to fix that. I'm going to show you, I'm going to attempt to fix that. Number one thing we're going to do today, and then we're going to go and we're going to finish these ornaments up. So with that, let's get started on how to possibly fix this. I don't know if I can. I don't know if this is fixable. Oh, dang. I sat here and waited, and I said I needed to go grab some. I'll be right back. Some sponges. And do you think I grabbed sponges? No, I did not. I did not grab the sponges. And so I said it, and then I was busy doing something else, and I forgot to go grab my sponges. But they're just right here. Of course, all the way across the studio right here, but just right here. In fact, I'm just going to get a whole little sleeve of them because I need some upstairs too. I'm just going to set those right there. But I need some upstairs also, out of the ones upstairs I took up there. So they need to go upstairs also. I'm good at fixing things. I hope so. Yes, sprinkle the love. Today is day 8. I think my thing says day 7. I don't know. It might say day 8. I can't believe we're 8 days into the 25 days of gratitude. It seems like it just started yesterday and we're 8 days in. Brenda, thank you for sprinkling the love. Your name is in. If you sprinkle the love, your name goes in and you get entered for a prize pack. And so, I got the hiccups all of a sudden. Excuse me. Hopefully I can fix it. Cindy, your name is going in. Okay. Let's see if we can do this. I'm gonna sprinkle myself out a little bit here. My grandma used to say it's a sad dog and don't wag its own tail. So not that I'm really wagging my own tail, but I'm just gonna sprinkle me out a little bit here. My grandma was full of sayings like that. All right, where are you? Am I not seeing you? Oh, there you are. There you are. The other group. Okay. OD sprinkled. Teresa sprinkled. Um, D is in there. I don't have to. My other friend D, Makara, who's usually on here, she is probably, I don't know if she's sailing yet or if she's still in Spain, but she is. She isn't here. Teresa, your name just went in. All right. We're going to fix this ornament here because I don't like the red. And so we're going to go over the red and we're going to fix this ornament first. That's the first thing we're going to do. Or our first attempt at fixing it. I have never had to do this before. I'm gonna caveat that I've never had to do this before, so I don't know if this is gonna work. But you know what? We have nothing to lose because I don't like it. It's not like I like it and I'm scared I'm going to do something to mess it up, because as far as I'm concerned, it's messed up already. So this is where it's like, if you do something and you don't like it and you're like, oh, I'm scared to change it, or I'm scared to fix it. What do you have to lose if you don't like it? You just might not like it more. And then you're like, you know what? You can go over there in the trash can and it be all good. And I not think about you no more. And I'm not into you like that. That's my philosophy in life. Like, I don't sweat the small stuff. There's things that you need to sweat in life, but an ornament that you don't like ain't one of them, okay? So, and besides, you might not like it, but somebody else might be like, "Oh, I love it." And see, that's where you just don't know. My mom's old boss, my mom and dad actually, they both work at, well, my dad's retired, but my mom still works. Um, like, she's like semi-retired. She works a couple days a week. And so, um, anyway, her old boss, it was a car dealership, Ford dealership here in town that they work for. My mom still works for them, different owner now. But the owner, they would get in a car that, like, everybody was like, that's an ugly car, right? Because sometimes just the colors are like, And so they'd gotten in I think at the time, Thunderbirds were popular, and they gotten in this weird, like, combination color Thunderbird. And it was a convertible, and it had this weird color top and bottom. And his thing was, well, he didn't quite say it the way I'm going to say it, but he was like, there's a butt for every seat. So if you don't like your ornament, somebody else will. Somebody out there will love it. And that's a good thing, because we're all different. But we're gonna save this one. And we're gonna like it before it's over. I'm actually using some metallics on this just because I know they're heavily pigmented. I'm using a little bit of the Starry Night. Well, I'm using Starry Night with a little bit of the White Sands. Now, White Sands is not heavily pigmented. It's kind of translucent, but it but it's just allowing this to not be quite so dark. I'm trying to get in there and cover up all that red. I let it blend into our saying. And so for the most part, it has red in the saying, so I'm not going to cover that up. But I think we're doing it. I think. think we're actually getting a pretty cool effect, actually. Actually, them happy little accidents. We'll see when we're done if this was a happy accident or not. Sometimes, sometimes you get them happy little accidents. Just want to tap up into there a little bit. I'm kind of liking it how it's got, it's like looks a little purple in some places, a little blue in other places. I'm kind of liking that. So, it's hard to believe it's November already. But we are being thankful before we are married, and that doesn't mean that we don't work on like a Christmas thing or not. It doesn't have to be. It won't be. Um, I'm gonna have different things. But it just gives us that time that we say what we're grateful for, and you know, I've said it many times. Y'all are one of the things I'm very grateful for. Um, I had my Odd Fellow meeting last night, and we've got some fun things coming up in December. I've got to put together the donation stuff for the homeless that we're going to be sending to the homeless shelter here. I don't know. I like doing that. It's my way of giving back when I can't afford to give back because I can spend somebody else's money, not mine. Because, sometimes it takes all you have to make your bills. You know what I'm saying? Take care of you and yours. And you don't have any left over to help anybody else. But by me being a part of this organization, I can give my time and help others at the same time. So it's a win-win. And I think I'm liking this. I think I am really liking this. Y'all were probably, when I put this red on, y'all were probably cringing and thinking, that's a mistake. But nobody said anything. Nobody said anything in the comments, but I bet y'all were thinking it like, why is she doing that? Because she brain dead. She ain't got no sense. My grandma had a saying for that too, but I can't say that one. Y'all probably heard it. That's one thing I am grateful for. I'm grateful for having family that like never took life too seriously. And always taught that there was fun in life, and you could have crazy sayings, and you could, laugh at yourself. Hey, Debbie, how are you? We're fixing our mistake from yesterday. I won't say it was a mistake, but I just didn't like it. Okay. And so we're fixing it. I just did not like it that it was, I didn't like the red. So here we are. You can't really you can see a little hint of red, and that's okay because sometimes in a night sky, you can see little colors, but we put blue on it on top of it. And I'm loving that so much more than what I was loving it before. Because I kind of thought I liked the idea of red, but then I'm like, what were you thinking? Like on an ornament like that, it would have been really pretty. But when you can see through and you can see Santa and you can see red around him, you're like, what is he doing? Riding through fire or something? He's supposed to be riding through like a nighttime sky. It's not supposed to be on fire. We're not having a fire. It's not a forest fire. It's Christmas. So much better. Yes, I think so too. Um I'm like, I don't know what I was thinking. I wasn't. I kind of wanted something different than blue because for some reason this year, and I don't know why, every ornament so far I have made is blue. And I'm like, somebody's gonna want some different color than blue. So let's make something a little different color. Well, that's fine and dandy if you've thought it out and not like last minute just grab a color and be like, okay, that's gonna be the color. We're going with it. Probably not the best way to handle that. I did. He was fired up, ready to come give y'all gifts, is what he was. He was all fired up. So when you do your peep through ornaments, if you do these, just remember that you will see the color coming through. Just keep that little nugget of information kind of in your back pocket that you will see the colors. And if it's a color that you're like, I kind of saw his red in this thing, and I'm like, well, that'd be kind of cute to go with him, the red. I wasn't thinking how it was going to display back there. I didn't like think it all the way through because it was kind of like a last minute decision. But see, now I'm kind of really loving that because that does look like a snowy kind of scene that he could be riding through. And we're going to put our stuff in there. So I'm actually loving that. All right. We saved an ornament, y'all. And because I'm really loving this color, I'm going to pop a little bit of this onto this one, I think. And I'm just going to do a little bit. I don't want to cover up all of that pretty blue, but I just kind of want maybe just little. I'm kind of putting it up here where I'm going to put that snow and then just have a little bit trail down. Because I just kind of want it to be a little bit darker. Almost like a fade too. See how that brings her out just a little bit more. It's not a whole lot. It's just a little bit. And then when we put that snow on, it will show through. And so we're just giving her a little bit of a contrast. Starry Night is really pretty. It's a Paint Pixie metallic called Starry Night. And it is their metallics are hand down my favorite. But the Starry Night is just, that blue is just like wham. And so, yeah, there are just no words for what it is. It's just all the goodness. Note to self. I know it is a blue Christmas. Maybe that's what the theme will be for my family baskets, because I put together family baskets for my family every year to give to them. And like, I'm not gonna say nothing, like everything in it is homemade. There's a few things I buy that's in it, but for the most part, it's all handmade. And so, and then I theme them according to like something. And so maybe I've been struggling this year, like, what's the theme gonna be? Maybe Blue Christmas is the theme this year. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, they are pretty. The Santa, no, I didn't do a Santa. I did a snowman and the reindeer. And what else? I did 3. What was the other one? The snowman, the reindeer. I did 3, right? What was the third one? I don't forgot what the third one was. It wasn't Santa. I don't think. Was it? Honestly, I create so much. I have this snowman there. I have to pull them out. I think my reindeer's upstairs because and my other one is upstairs because I was getting their tracers done. And so I gotta post all that stuff too. I need like 3 people. I need to be 3 people. All right, snow time. Actually, before I put that snow on, because yesterday I had such a terrible time getting this off of my peep through one. I'm gonna pause a minute. I have all my little cups upstairs that I use. I don't remember either. There was 3 in the series. It was the reindeer, the snowman. I don't think there was a Santa Claus because I did them live, and I wouldn't have done a Santa Claus live, I don't think. And so nope, they don't fit. Okay. This is little snow you get from the dollar store, or you can get it at Michael's. You know, it's that stuff you put on, like if you set up a village and you sprinkle the snow on last to like have the snow. That's what it is. So you can get it pretty much anywhere. I think I picked up this bag. They also have blue too at the dollar store. They have blue. I have some, but I haven't used it. I kind of like it, and then I kind of like it. It's not really blue. Not really. I mean, it might have a blue casting depending on like nighttime or whatever, but it's not blue. And I mean, this is like blue, like bright blue. So I have some, but oh, well, that was brilliant. That was brilliant. Yeah, I have to. I gotta go look now because now I'm like, why do you not remember? It's like I got a block. Like I can't think what it was. I did it back in July. All right, now you stay. You stay. This stuff only gets everywhere, so just be prepared for it to get like all over everything. Just like I'm trying to figure out a good way to do this where it won't get all over the place, but it still gets all over the place. And so, like, I try to like just have a smaller opening, but then it closes up and it doesn't want to come out. You don't need a whole lot though. So, it would help if I actually turn the ornament to where I can see how much is pouring in. Yeah, you just need a little bit just to kind of just sit in the bottom. I need just a tad bit more. I'm gonna turn the ornament this time so I can actually see how it's working. Wait, the small details. Just the small details. Okay. That should be plenty. Oh, good, Jerry. When you going? There's like some debris down in there I don't like. Hold on. Let's see how good Amanda is at picking up sticks. Not really sticks. This is not Snow Tex. It's like Snow Tex though, but it's Pentart's snow paste. And so it's kind of like, oh, that ain't gonna work, is it? That ain't gonna work because my fingers don't go down in there far enough to like, hold on a minute, we'll do it this way. If you can, I'm gonna have to bring the mountain to Mohabit in this one. Of course, it wants to go cover up. Like, come on. Like it's a big piece of, I don't know, paper. Looks like a piece of craft paper down in there. Maybe I can stab it. I probably shouldn't say that out loud because, Facebook is like, they hear certain words and they don't care what you're talking about. They're like, no. A no-go against our community, whatever. So probably shouldn't say that word. Voila. I got it. Probably shouldn't say that word out loud. All right. Now that I have that in there, I can put this on. And then if my snow gets up on here, because it will like glue like hard glue. I had to break mine loose yesterday in order to get this off so I could get the snow in. Oh, cool. Well, that's always fun, rearranging your household, rearranging your furniture. I like to do stuff like that. My husband hates it. Everything has to stay the same. Or it's different. And he don't like change. Men. Men sometimes. Love them, love them, love them. But also, they get on my nerves. He does, at least. Love him, but he can get on my nerves. Like no one else. So we just go put a little snow on top. We don't have to go all the way down and around. You could go all the way down and around, but I try to like reserve my product. You know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't need it. It just needs a little bit. We talk real here, y'all. I don't know. So, he does get on my nerves. And me and the UPS driver, we're gonna have to have a discussion. This is the second time that UPS has delivered my packages. Not that I don't care. I don't, like, and not come up to the house, which is okay. Okay, fine. That's fine. If you want to leave them at the mailbox, leave them at the mailbox. That's fine. Unless they're like, so we have some UPS drivers that'll come all the way up my driveway. My driveway is not an easy driveway. I get it. They'll come all the way up for a little teeny tiny bag and set it at my garage door. Awesome. And then I had the UPS driver who I ordered some big racks, like 6-foot tall shelving racks. And they kind of like an accordion fold. They're really nice. They are really nice. Anyway, that I have my canvases and stuff on. And when I ordered them, they're in 6-foot tall boxes. They weigh like 80 some pounds. They put them down at my mailbox at the foot of my foot of my driveway. So here I am having to figure out how to get a 6-foot tall box that weighs 80 pounds up my driveway. Thank you. Thank you, UPS. Thank you. So no problem. I get them. Now the UPS driver is leaving packages, second time now, in the middle of my driveway. At the bottom, about 4 foot from my mailbox, mind you, but in the middle of my driveway. So anybody who comes up my driveway, not that we get that many people, but still, you're never going to see them because of the angle of the driveway. And when you're coming in on the road to go up, you're never going to see them. You're going to hit my packages. So now 2 days in a row, well, not 2 days in a row, like consecutive days, but 2 times delivering in a row, left them in the middle of my driveway. What kind of a brain cell do you have that you think that's a good spot? The mailbox is literally flat on a, like, from where it is to where they're leaving the driveway, maybe 4 or 5 foot, because it's kind of like it comes in like a peak type thing, you know? That's crazy. I have a problem with that too because I don't want my packages to get hit and messed up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got my business packages, I got my personal packages. Like, there we go. There's our peep through ornament. And so we're going to have a discussion. I'm like, it's crazy. And I don't care. You can leave them in my mailbox. Like, just leave them in a safe space, right? Where it's not going to get hit and run over and messed up. So I don't know. I mean, I don't want to call and complain because I don't want somebody losing their job over this. I don't know how serious UPS would take that. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want them to be like, firing somebody over this. But at the same time, like, just leave them at the mailbox. You don't have to put them in the mailbox. Just beside the mailbox. It's fine. Nobody's going to hit them there. And I know my neighbor loves it because now our road dead ends into my neighbor's house. Well, I mean, like her driveway, right, is where the road ends. And so the driver, he does it so he can go straight, and then he turns around at her house. So I'm sure she's loving all of these UPS trucks. Not that I get that much, but I'm sure she's loving it, them coming in, driving on her pavement. She's got paved. I have gravel, but she has paved. To turn around and head out. I'm sure she's just loving it. Because, she has 3 dogs, so, they go ballistic when he pulls in. Kai goes ballistic when he hears him go down the road, so I know hers are barking too. It's one thing if the package is coming to you. It's another thing when it's not your package and they're just using your driveway to turn around in. So, I'm sure she's loving it. Oh, that's so pretty. Okay, we put our snow on. And that takes a while to dry, so you don't have to feel like you're in a big rush because it takes a while for it to dry. I'm actually going to use a little bit of this to put that little ring around our one. No, I'm using the Pentart Snow Paste. That's good, Sherry. You have a good one. That is excellent that you have a good one. Even when they come up the driveway and they're like bold enough to come up the driveway, or brave enough, I should say, not bold enough. They still don't come up to my door. They leave it down at or my garage, which is usually fine because usually it's something from my studio, and then that way I don't have to tote it down the steps and all of that. But yeah, it's all right, come on out. What did you do? I think I didn't put the top on tight. And it's got a little hard thing down in there. See if we can pick it out. Come on. Come on. I need to keep a needle here, and I don't have a needle here. But I need to keep one here so I can poke it down in there. It's clogged up. These pens will sometimes do that if you abuse them like I do sometimes and don't clear them out properly. Let's see. At least you can take the top off and you can kind of work to clear it out. That did not work. All right, hold on. Hold the phone. I got to clean this off of this thing here. This is my hubby's, and I stole it out of his drafting tool thing. And number one, he doesn't know I have it. Not that he uses it, but if I mess it up and I keep paint on it or something like that, he's going to be mad at me when he finds out. And trust me, somehow he always finds out. Oh, wait a minute, I can use one of these. I can use one of these. I usually just give it like I just usually like let it sit overnight. I don't know if spackle, but spackle modeling paste, this stuff, like I just let it sit overnight. I don't pay much attention to it. Let's see here. I need to go get a needle out of my supply thing. I think I got it right there. I'm hoping I got it out. If not, I don't know. I will get it out because I'll go get a needle, but I'll get another one in the meantime. I have another one. Seems like to me I should be all the way through this thing. Okay. Let's try one more time. And if not, I have another one of the silver because I accidentally put 2 in there. And I will just grab another one and I'll fix this one later. I'll go get a needle and fix that one. My needles are all the way over on the other side where I have my sewing machine and all that set up. That's the only, luckily, this was the only one I had 2 of. There we go. Now we cooking with gas. And I'm just going to do kind of the similar thing I did before. I'm just going to do a little line. It helps if you don't hold it like right on the ornament, just a little above, and let it just kind of like flow out and just pull. And then you get a cleaner line that's not so like, like, so if you just hold it a little bit above and you just pull it, squeeze that tension and keep the tension and just pull it, and you get that cute little, and then you can just put some little decorative thing on it. It doesn't have to be perfect. I just usually put a little like kind of like a little viney type thing. See how I'm doing that? And this time we're going to go we'll go down each side instead of going like all the way around. You can decide if you want to do this before the snow or after the snow. Whatever works the best. Just, try to keep it out of your fingers, out of it, either out of the snow or out of the thing. There's our little peep through. See how pretty that is? And how simple it is? It's a glitter glue. It's a glitter pen. I have these in all different colors on my website. They're awesome. I love I like all the colors, but at Christmas time I usually and well I have green, I have red, I have gold. I think I have gold. I have silver. I have the clear is very pretty too. It's kind of like I don't know if you want to say like Aurora Borealis type, it's really pretty when it dries clear. All right, let's put our top. Oh, wait a minute. We haven't done that step. We haven't done that step. We need to do that step. All right, I'm going to get some sealer out. I'm going to set that and I'm going to let that dry for just a minute because those are harder to do. And I'm going to grab some sealer. It doesn't matter what kind of sealer you use. Get something that has a little sheen to it. I mean, I don't know. Matte is popular, but in ornaments, I don't like matte. I like shiny. And so I get something with a little bit of I'm using this force field, which has a little bit of a sheen to it. It's not super glossy, but it's also not, I'm going to work kind of fast here because I don't want it to dry. I want to get it on. And this does dry kind of quick, so I might end up having to do half and then half. That's probably a good idea because it dries quickly. So I'm going to get that on. I'm going to grab my bowl. I'm going to grab my diamond dust. And I'm just going to start to sprinkle on top of my snow and on top of where I put that sealer because I want it to all be shiny. And if it's not shiny enough, I'm going to put more sealer on to get it wet. And then stick the diamond dust in the sealer. If it gets too thick in any one spot, just take a little brush and knock it off. But you can see how shiny that is. Just makes it really pretty. And I'm going to go over to the other side and do the exact same thing. Make sure when you seal this that you don't get into any wet paint if you're doing it like I'm doing it and they're wet. You don't want to smear wet paint onto your stuff. So just be careful about that. But it's, a pretty simple process. Again, where there's a face or whatever, and you want to be like, oh, I want to see that face a little bit more, just take a brush and swipe off if it's covering too much. If you've got holes, add a little bit of more. And then just, again, I just give it a good once over. Make sure. And if you have a little area that doesn't have any, it's fine. But if you have a big area, like right there is a pretty big area, And just pop a little bit in there. And that should be done. And then just pour back into your container and go on to the next one. I usually do like several of them in a row. And when my container pretty much gets empty, I pour back. But we'll come on over here to this one and do the same thing. So tell me, I haven't heard what y'all are grateful for today. What are you grateful for today? I am grateful for being able to be part of these organizations I'm part of that give back. I'm grateful for that, having that ability. Oh, I almost forgot to tell y'all. Y'all, the ornament course that closed, the doors closed. Well, we've had such a big response and people asking to please be part of it, that we decided to open the doors again for a limited time. So just this weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and it's going to be open. And we had said that the price would be $57 when it opened, but we have decided that the price is actually going to be we're going to do a Black Friday special, even though it's not technically Black Friday, and it's going to be $50. So still less than $5 a course or a class within there. There's 12 in that. And they are all amazing classes. And so they're really pretty ornaments too that you can make. But I'm going to do that. I'm smearing stuff in front of the window. We don't want to do that. And so now we have that step on. It's so pretty. Okay. Now we're going to put a bow on it. And these are going to be done. Yay. Grateful that you still have your parents. Me too. I still have both my parents, and I'm so thankful every day. Every day for that. It is awesome. Me also. I'm very grateful for that. I talk to my mom daily, and I'm grateful for that too. Not only is she here, but that we speak daily. We talk on the phone every morning. So y'all, when you put this paste on, make sure you put your trowel or whatever you're using, your palette knife, in water, because this stuff, once it's dry, it is hard. It dries hard. Kind of gets like brick hard or mortar hard. I'm giving it just a second just to, chillax itself a little bit. I see a little area right here. I'm going to try to get a little more sparklies in right there. Okay, good. Yeah. Oh, Sherry, that's nice. That is a that is something to be grateful for too, you know, when you have somebody who needs your help and that you're able to be that person and help them. That's a thing to be grateful for. Um all right, what kind of bow do we want to put on these? Um if y'all knew how much Christmas ribbon I had, y'all would be like, what are you doing? What are you doing? And I don't even make wreaths or anything like that. If I made wreaths or something like that, it would be one thing. But since I don't, I actually really want something different for this angel than what I have out. And so what I have something for this one, but give me 1 minute and let me go and see if I can't get out something. I got a bag of glass right there. I need to move, and I need to move these out of my way. Up there. I tell you what, one of these days I'm gonna have an organized studio that I can walk around in easily. That is the dream. Okay. Which one are you in? The one I'm thinking about. I gotta get my big bin out. I don't think this is the right one. Oh, it is. It is the right one. Oh. Oh, you're in my way. I'm walking. Okay. I found it. How I managed to find it on like first bin is pure miracle. But I managed to find it on first bin. Hey Nadia, how are you? So I managed to find the ribbon I wanted on the first try. Yeah, I'm grateful for that. If y'all saw my studio, you'd be like, yeah, you should be grateful for that. Girlfriend should be grateful for that. Because seriously, like, and on you, I don't think I'm going to put this, but I pulled this out because I'm like, I didn't want that in there. Because I'm going to want this ribbon before it's over. I think I'm going to put the Merry Christmas on our peep through one. So we're just going to cut off a big old swath of it. Now you don't look. This ribbon came from Sam's, okay? I know you get the nicer ribbon, but mine comes from Sam's. All right, we're going to tie some bows. Okay. All right. I feed it through the little hooky thing on the ornament. If I can get hold on. The wire wants to go on one side and the ribbon wants to go on the other, and it ain't working. It ain't working very well. There we go. Get it through there. All right. I'm going to pull halfway, roughly halfway. Whatever, eyeball it. I know that's not true. Bunny ear. Bunny ear. Tie them bunny ears together. Flip around. So it's right side up. Right side up, pull down. Flip around so it's right side up. You have to do all this while it's loose because once you pull tight, you can't do it. Okay, so you have to do all that while it's loose. When you get all that done, I always like to just make sure my bows are pulling out like they're supposed to pull out, right? And these are staying the way I want them to stay. And then when you get it like you want it, pull it. Okay, so you see where we are. Now I'm gonna adjust my loops to the size that I want my loops to be. Okay. Again, I turn and place my ribbon tails where I want them to be. It's a lot of finagling at first. And then when you kind of get it where you want it, pause for a minute and work your little hook through it. Well, it's not as tight as you're going to have it. Just work it through that loop. It'll come all the way through. And then when you do these special S hooks, they flip around on you. So you flip it around. So it's standing up. And then you tighten everything down. So if you make your loops just a little bit shorter, which I should have, but I didn't, then you don't have to adjust them again. I'm going to have to adjust this one just slightly because it's a little too big. That's better. And then we're going to adjust. All right, come on off of there. I did not tie you on there, so come on. Come on. And then I just adjust my bow so it's down, hanging down, the bow up, the little things down. So it's kind of like see how the bow is on top and these are underneath. And so it looks like that. And then the hook is in the center. See that? And then you can turn this and you can adjust it so it's lined up in the center. And then I just take my little tails and I figure out how long I want them to be. I fold them in half and then I cut them so it's like a V. I'll just figure out how far. There we go. Look how cute. That's the back, and that's the front. Thank you, Cindy. And we'll do the same thing for this one over here. It's just a rinse and a repeat. 150 later, you got them done. You got them done. I make different sizes too. I make some smaller ones and some bigger ones. The smaller ones get obviously thinner ribbon than the big ones. You know, I just gauge it accordingly to the size as to what I put on. But I don't know about y'all, and I know people are different, but I like big bows. I like my ornaments to have the big bows. And I just think they look so much prettier with the big bows on them. And I love these ornament holders I use because they actually have 4. And so when I'm done and they're drying, I just have like 4 hanging from it, letting them dry. Because when I'm working on them, to have 4 is too much because you're bumping them. But when you're like done with it, you can hang them on 4 and then they will dry. You know, you don't have like all your ornament hangers taken up. But isn't that a way? Everything stays in place. And so they have a hanger that just, you know, when I sell them, they get the hanger. I mean, the hanger goes with. And so okay. Something like that. I just eyeball it. It doesn't have to be perfect. Oh, I'll just keep putting my finger in that. But again, just fluff that bow up. And see, you might have to adjust it just a little bit to get the ornament like centered, and you can just turn this thing a little bit, you know, and then it's all centered. But there is the ornament. 2 more done. So anyway, we have this one and this one. Aren't they sweet? All right. Well, I'm going to get off here. I got to get back to work, and I will see you all later today. I'll be live at 7 p.m. and we're going to be finishing up the holiday house. Okay. So I hope y'all can join me then, and we'll finish up the holiday house. And that's the note. That was December's calendar painting, and we'll be on track. All right. Y'all have a good one. Thank you, Dave. Oh, wait a minute. I got my shares. My sprinkles. Not supposed to say that word, am I? That's not going to stay. Don't do that, Amanda. Don't do that. So for today, who sprinkled the love that I have? If I don't call your name and you did, let me know, because I didn't see it. Brenda, Teresa, Dee, and Cindy. Tell me if you sprinkled the love and I did not call your name. Because if you did, I want to get your name entered in, because I am grateful for everyone who sprinkles the love. So if you did, you too, Debbie, you too. If you sprinkled the love, let me know. Thank you. Okay. Gonna hold it up. I want to make sure I don't have anything rogue out there. I'm gonna mix them up. I got you, Debbie. I got you. You're in here. I added your name. Just want to make sure I don't flip anybody over again. And then I'm just gonna I don't know whose name that was. I actually couldn't see it. So but I'm gonna mix them up again. I wish I wouldn't just get on top of each other and stick. And then I'm just gonna draw one. D, dang, I just mailed yours. But girlfriend, thank you for sprinkling. So I will put your name down. Dee had an order, and so I included hers. And she's the only one I have shipped so far of the sprinkles. I am going to get them all packaged and get them out this weekend. So congratulations, Dee. What I thought I would do, and I haven't had a chance to do it, is just pull out all my stuff for prize packs and just pack 25 prize packs. And then I can just have them sitting there and ready to go. Well, 24 actually, because the first day I didn't do it because I didn't, I won't thinking. And so, but we'll do 24 prize packs. But here's the ornaments for today. I love them. Tonight we'll be live. Now tonight I won't do a drawing because we already did the drawing. I probably should have done is just like left them and then done them for tonight too, but that's okay. We'll figure it out. Anyway, yeah, it'll just save me time and having to like each day pack a pack. And I was like, this is going to be too time consuming for right now from all that I got going on. So I'm gonna this weekend just pull out 24 of my bags and just do 24 packs, and that way they're set to go. Thank you, Nadia. You have a good rest of your day. I'm gonna get off here and I'm gonna get back to work. I will talk to you later. Bye.